Hey everyone, I am Rain Days Cacho, an ICT student, and in this video, we're going to talk about Introduction to Java Programming. If you're new to Java or programming in general, don't worry. I'll explain everything in the simplest way possible. So, grab your notes and let's start. Before we dive into the lessons, here's our learning outcomes. First is describe and discuss Java history, technology features and requirements. Second is differentiate applet and application. First, let's start with what is Java. Java is a programming language that was created by James Gosling and his team, Mike Sheridan and Patrick Norton, at Sun Microsystems in 1991. At first, it was called Greentalk, then Oak, and finally Java, named after coffee beans from the island of Java in Indonesia. That's why the Java logo has a coffee cup. Java became really popular because it is easy to use, secure, and can run almost anywhere. It is used to make Android apps, websites, games, and even banking system. So, if you're learning Java today, you're starting with a language that is used almost everywhere in technology. Now, on the screen, you can see the different Java versions like Java SE, Java EE, and Java ME. These versions are actually very important to learn because each one has a specific purpose depending on what kind of program you're building. First, we have Java SE, which stands for Standard Edition. This is the core version of Java, the one you start with when you're learning. It includes all the basic tools and libraries that help you write regular desktop or console applications. In other words, when we create simple programs like calculators, grade systems, or Hello Java, we're using Java SE. It is the foundation of all other versions, so you really need to understand this before moving forward. Next, we have Java EE, which stands for Enterprise Edition. This version is used for larger and more complex systems, like websites, online banking, or company applications that run on servers. It includes special tools and frameworks for building web-based and network-based programs. For example, many online shops or company systems use Java EE to handle thousands of users at once. So, if you dream of becoming a web developer or back-end engineer, Java EE is something you'll want to learn later on. Then we have Java ME, which stands for Micro Edition. This version is designed for small devices like mobile phones, smart cards, or embedded systems. Before Android became popular, many early mobile apps were actually made using Java ME. Even though it is not common now, it's still important to know because it teaches you how Java can run on smaller and limited devices. Lastly, there's JavaFX. This one is used for creating rich desktop applications with graphics, animations, and interactive features. So if you want to build modern apps with buttons, menus, and visual elements, JavaFX is the version for that. So to sum up, Java SE for basic and desktop applications, Java EE for larger scale and web-based systems, Java ME for mobile or small devices, and Java FX for graphic-rich desktop programs. Alright, now let's go through Java's main features one by one. I'll make sure to explain them simply. One is object-oriented. Java is an object-oriented programming language. This just means that Java uses objects to represent real-world things. For example, let's say we're making a school program. We can have a student object with data like name and age, and actions like study or submit assignment. So we'll make an example. Here, we created a student class. Inside it, there's a data, name, and an action study. Then in main, we created an object named S1, means student 1, and called the study method. That's what object-oriented means. We build programs using objects that have data and behavior. Next is simple. Java is called simple because it removes complicated features from older languages like C++. For example, it doesn't use pointers or memory management commands. You don't have to worry about deleting memory or dealing with complex syntax. This makes Java easier to read and learn. Number 3 is secure. Java is also known for being secure. Every Java program runs inside something called the JVM, which means Java Virtual Machine. Think of JVM as a protective box where your code runs. Even if your program has an error or comes from the internet, the JVM keeps it from harming your computer. That's why many online systems like banking apps use Java. It's safe and stable. Number 4 is platform independent. One of the best things about Java is that it is platform independent. Here's what it means. When you write your Java code, it gets converted into something called bytecode. This bytecode can run on any computer that has a JVM. So even if you write your code on Windows, you can copy it to Mac or Linux computer, and it will still run fine. Number 5 is robust. Robust simply means strong and reliable. Java checks your code carefully for mistakes before running it. It also manages memory automatically using something called as a garbage collector. That means Java cleans up unused data in your program, which helps prevent crashes or lag. Number 6 is portable. Java is portable because you can move your program to another device without editing it. As long as that device has a JVM, your program will work perfectly. This is very useful if you're working on different computers or systems. Number 7 is architecture neutral. This simply means Java doesn't care what kind of computer or processor you're using. Your program will work the same on any machine: Intel, AMD, 32-bit, or 64-bit. That's another reason why Java is used everywhere. 8 is dynamic. Java is dynamic, which means it can load or add new parts while it's running. For example, a Java program can update itself without restarting. This helps make modern apps more flexible and responsive. Number 9. High performance. Java is fast, and that is because of something called the JIT compiler, or just-in-time compiler. It translates your bytecode into machine code right before it runs, making your program faster. So even though Java uses a virtual machine, it is still quick. Number 10. Multi-threaded. Multi-threading means Java can do many things at the same time. For example, when you watch a video, one thread plays the video, another plays the sound. Java can handle several threads running together without freezing the program. Number 11. Distributed. Distributed means Java can create programs that work together across a network. So, computers can share data and resources through Java programs, which is important for things like cloud apps or online systems. Now, how do we actually start coding in Java? To write and run programs, we need something called the JDK, or Java Development Kit. The JDK includes Java, the compiler that checks and translates your code, Java, the tool that runs your program, and JRE, Java Runtime Environment, which provides everything needed for your program to actually run. Once you have the JDK installed, you're ready to start coding. Applets versus applications. Java programs come in two types. Applets, small programs that used to run on web browsers. These are not common anymore. And second is applications, full programs that run directly on your computer or phone. For example, games or Android apps. Structure of a Java program. Every Java program has classes, methods, and statements. The most important part is the main method because that is where the program starts. Let's break this down. Public static void main string args. Public means it can be accessed from anywhere. Static belongs to the class, not an object. Void doesn't return any value, and string args allows inputs from the command line. Packages. As your projects get bigger, you'll need to organize your files, and that's what packages are for. They're like folders that group related classes together. So, to sum it all up, Java is easy to learn, secure, and powerful. It is used almost everywhere, from mobile apps to business software. Once you learn the basics of Java, you'll have a solid foundation for learning other programming languages too. That's it for today's video about Introduction to Java Programming. I hope this video helped you understand Java better. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.